I think we can all agree that was a shaky first quarter. Well, you know what? First half of the first quarter, if you know what I mean. That's all it really was. Nonetheless, Raptors get the W. That's really all that matters, right? Nothing else really matters when it comes to that. Raptors do get the win 96-87 over the Dwayne Wade-less Miami Heat. That just sounds weird. It just doesn't feel right. Nonetheless, it is what it is. Raptors are now 4-1 on the season. Now, let's talk about a few things because there's just a ridiculous amount to talk about. We got to talk about, once again, Demar DeRozan just absolutely rips it apart. I mean, 34 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. Again, facilitating the ball, right? Looking really good. Double teaming him. Able to get the pass off, right? He just looked really good today. Obviously, his shot was dynamite. 14 of 26 from the field. Just looking beautiful. I mean, I'm going to give you a stat if you did not watch the game and you do not know it. Here it is. The last player to go 5 straight games to start the season with 30 or more points. Michael Jordan. He's all right. He's a pretty good player, I guess. Michael Jordan. All right. Pretty good company if you ask me, but you know what? That's just after 5 games. You know, DeMar could tank, and then that 5 games mean nothing. No, he won't. He's looking so good. He's in such a good place. And, you know, the interview after kind of like was a beautiful one. He didn't say a whole lot, but it was nice how he put it all. They asked how it is. He's like, you know, it's pretty crazy to be in a class like that with Michael Jordan, and it's pretty crazy. Which it is, obviously. And he's like, you know, I'm just not letting other people change the way I play. I'm playing the style I play at the pace I want to play. And it's working. And he's not doing anything different at home, like he said, going home to watch his channel show he's really into now. It's good, though. You know, he's not being so uptight about it. He's just doing his job. He's looking so good doing it. And I think we're all loving it. We are loving it. Kyle Lowry has a rough time shooting, still gets 13 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. It's good to see a small guy get 8 rebounds. I think you all can agree with that. But you know, it's the other things that Kyle Lowry does, right? The diving at loose balls, things like that, right? That's just what he does, and we love that about him. Carroll has a rough night, doesn't even get a point. Rough time. I don't think he shot too much, though. Siakam looked pretty good, though. 8 points, 3 rebounds. I was impressed with him. Obviously, the alley-oop from Kyle looked really nice. Patterson struggling from the three-point land, it looks like, but he still had 7 rebounds on the game, so looked pretty good. And the big thing, coming off the bench, Terrence Ross with 20 points. Shot over 50%. I think he was 8 of 15. Pretty darn good. If we can see that from a consistent basis from T. Ross coming off the bench, I know they talked about it on the broadcast. If you can see some good stuff like you saw today, consistently, because that's been really the issue for Terrence as for as long as we know, consistency. And if he can be consistent, maybe we're talking 6th man of the year, maybe. I mean, I'm not saying he will be, but I'm saying if he can play the way he is, you never know. Jakob Poeltl, you know, he played 20 minutes, so they gave him a lot of minutes today. He only had the 4 points, but he had 6 rebounds, and he's just so greasy on the glass. I think we all love it. Oh, we love it or not. No, we love it. Norman Powell, pretty good off the bench, 6 points and a couple boards and an assist, looking really good. Corey Joseph, I think he's having a tough start to his season so far. You know, 6 points, 2 boards, and 2 assists. That's what he's averaging on the year. And today he only had 2 points and 4 rebounds and 3 assists. He's not doing too hot right now, but it's still so early. And you know what I loved about this game? They got down early and they clawed back. No pun intended, it's the Raptors, right? They clawed back. And they didn't freak out when their shot wasn't going down early. They fought. You know, when Miami was shooting really good in the first quarter, the Raptors weren't shooting too great. You know, slowly that thing changed. Slowly it changed, and listen to this. Miami ended up shooting 39%, where the Raptors shot 44%. Ideally, that's not where the Raptors want to end their percentage on the game, but having a team shoot 39%, you have a good chance of winning. And they did, and they got the dub. Obviously, three-point land was a tough one again today, 24%. Tough time, but you know what? Free throw shooting 89%, 16 of 18, pretty darn good there. Turnovers were, again, pretty high, 15 turnovers on the night, but fouls. That was a big one, right? I think that was a huge one of the game. Raptors had 16 fouls, where Miami had 22 fouls against them. Again, when we were as efficient as we are from the line, you don't want to put us on the line. That's what they were doing tonight, and we made them pay when we did. Having Demar shoot free throws, I think we all almost guarantee both free throws, and that's really what it was like tonight. 16 of 18 from the line. You're going to get most of them in. Very nice. And before this game, it all depends on what happens after with, Anthony Davis, how he does, and Russell Westbrook, how he does, and things like that. You never really know. But Anthony Davis only has 18 points right now, and they're in the fourth quarter. So it looks like his points per game are going to drop, and Russell Westbrook does not play. Therefore, DeMar DeRozan is still going to have the league lead in points per game. Pretty cool. MVP candidate? We're 5 games in. We're not going to talk about that. But, it's pretty cool to see a Raptor lead the league in points. And not just leading the league in points, being very efficient, right? He could get 34 points any day, but shoot like 44, 45%. And we'll be like, that's pretty good. But you're taking a lot of shots then. Almost every game we've seen so far, he shot almost over 50% and getting a ridiculous amount of points. And knowing teams are going to double him, okay, so we got Lowry. We still got DeMar Carroll. JV's down low. Some very good players. That's why this team, I think, is one of the better made teams. Now, if you guys all have those sports updates like I always do, you would have seen earlier today that Nerlens Noel was a possibility. There was some talk about that, because of obviously the power forward situation with us playing the couple rookies and Sullinger being out. Would that be a good move in your guys' eyes? I want to hear you guys talk in the comments about that. What would be kind of like your trade for Nerlens Noel? Would you want to trade for Nerlens Noel, or would you want to wait till Sullinger comes back? Let me know, guys. I really want to know. I wouldn't be opposed to him coming over here because he's a young guy, right? He's played. He's very, very good. Obviously, he's had some leg issues, which with a tall guy with some scrawny legs, you never know what you're going to get. But it all depends on the asking price for me. I want to know what they want. What would your guys' fair trade be for both sides? Let me know in the comments down below, and that's going to do it. Actually, no, it's not. I always forget this. Why am I always forgetting this? I have no idea. But here we go. Next up for the Raptors are the Sacramento Kings. Last game at home in the little homestand we've had. That's going to be Sunday at 6 o'clock. So that's going to be, the Raptors are going to be looking to go 5-1 on the young season. It's going to be a good start. Hopefully. Come on, let's keep it going. Let's keep the good times rolling. All right, so that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you like the video and you like the ball game and DeMar DeRozan's awesomeness, then, hey, hit that like button. I really do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are excited for more games, more Raptors stuff. Leafs are playing better hockey. Hit the subscribe button. Again, really do appreciate it. And like I said, comment down below. Maybe some trades for Nerlens Noel. Maybe 6 Man of the Year talk with Terrence Ross. I know, what does he need to do to possibly be that? And what are you thinking of DeMar's season so far? I know it's 5 games in, but come on. Let me know what you guys think. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night, Leafs postgame, and Sunday night, Raptors postgame. We'll see you guys then.